Praise the Lord. By the grace of God, we have with us AP Halima Oyelade. She is a certified trainer, speaker, and coach with the John Maxwell Team, who is passionate and committed to helping people unlock their dreams, discover their purpose, pursue their vision, and maximize their potential. She is equipped with required world-class tools, resources, and experience to help individuals and teams improve their productivity, performance, and profitability through seminars, training, keynotes, speaking, coaching, and workshop. She's focused on aiding people personal and professional development and enhancing their skill and talent while guiding them to evolve into phenomenal leadership in their businesses and profession. She has tremendous amounts of experience in personal and professional growth and development and leadership through practical application on the job, in banking, government, and business, as well as through training and mentorship, and in her role in faith-based organization. Please join me as we welcome AP Halima Oyelade.
All right, thank you very much. Please be seated. And I believe in the next 15 minutes, I'm very happy to be here, by the way, and I feel it's a great privilege. Thank you to Pastor Bakari and his team for having me this morning. And thank you for all of you wonderful people. How many of you know you're all winners already? I'm sure you know that. Great. You know, and I want to congratulate you for coming this far, because for coming this far, it means you have competed before and you won, and you're here, and you're going to win again, and you're going to keep winning. And I want to let you know something that, you know, beyond the competition, you know, I want you to know something that the whole idea is for you to win in life. The whole idea is for you to win, whether you're a public speaker, an entrepreneur, or whether you're somebody that sings. The idea goes beyond shift. And so some of the things I'm going to be telling you this morning, they're going to help you if you apply them. There's this thing I always tell people, that the gap between what we know and where we are in life is what we do. That's just the truth. You may know it. All the things I tell you today, if you don't put them into practice, the truth is that it's not going to do much for you. And it's not going to help you on that day when you're now competing. But if you put them to use, it gives you competitive advantage. That means it sets you, it places you, it gives you an advantage ahead of others. The moment you're able to practice and put these things, you know, into being. And another thing I want to tell you this morning is the fact that your success depends entirely on you, not on the judges, not on your co-contestants, not on anybody, but on you. You understand? You are the one. Everything, whether you win, whether you make it or you don't make it, it's up to you. And if you don't, all you need to do is go back to the drawing table and ask yourself a few questions. The person that won, what made them win? What did they do that I did not do? You understand? And then make your life a continuous learning process, whether you win or you don't win. If you're the winner of Shift 2019, and you're giving money and you're celebrated, let me tell you something, it is not the end, it is just the beginning. If you do not also win, it is not the end, it's also what? Just the beginning. Because there are people that contested in some of all these programs we see, Voice, all those things. Some of them didn't win, but they went ahead to build very great careers because they believed in themselves. So I want you see, you can succeed. If nobody believes in you, you can succeed. But if you don't believe in yourself, you're limited already. So I'm going to be sharing certain things that will help you when you pitch, you know, and because I don't have so much time, I didn't make it in slide form. Now I wish I did, because I don't like talking, you know, from a book. I like other talking of it. But when I was putting down the points, I found out that they were quite a bit. Please, let somebody, when it's like 3 minutes to go, somebody should just indicate. And so I know it's 3 minutes. When it's 1 minute, let me know so that we keep to time. You know, they say time is the courtesy of kings. You know, and that's one of the things I'm going to be sharing with you this morning. If you're giving, like Pastor Bakari said, if you're given 2 minutes, stick to 2 minutes. Let your preparation be for 1 minute 45 seconds or 1 minute 50 seconds. So that you're already, and you will now practice it and practice it when you are at home. If you're a speaker, practice what you're going to say. Stand in front. I speak by the grace of God. I have a program that I run once every other month. It's my own program. I speak to people from time to time by the grace of God. I'm invited to speak in places. But I still practice, especially when there is time attached to it. Especially when you're pitching. Because you see, the people you're pitching to, they have so many other people to listen to. So you must, and one of the ways that you can stick to time is by practicing it. If it means standing in front of a mirror, but that's why we have handsets. Put it on recorder, speak, say what you want to say, time it. Keep doing it until you get it, using some of the tips I'm going to be telling you this morning. Now, why is pitching important? It's important because every idea needs a voice. Every idea needs a voice. And that is why it is important for you to pitch. And why you must learn how to pitch well is that for many of us, especially the entrepreneurs, in fact, all of us, a lot of times our career is going to depend on how well we can pitch. Now, there are people that have ideas that can change the world. They're fantastic ideas, beautiful ideas, but nobody gets to hear them because the person cannot speak. The person cannot communicate. John Maxwell said something that if you say one thing that advise people on one thing that you can do to be more successful in life, that is to learn how to communicate. And let me tell you something, speaking, some people are naturally gifted, in the sense that somehow they can just get around and speak and get people all excited and all that. But speaking and connecting and communicating is more of a skill than a talent. It's more of it. So that even when you're talented, even music, no matter how beautiful you are, some of the greatest singers on earth, if you know how much practice they put into their skill, into what they do, apart from the talent is never enough. So don't go to sleep thinking I have a good voice. Work on that voice and make it better. Don't go to sleep thinking I'm a good speaker, I can easily convince people I talk well. No. Those things that you need to do, especially to connect, because when you're speaking, it's not about just, you go a step deeper than communicating to connecting with people. When you connect with people, you're able to get responses from them better. You're able to get, when you connect with people, you're able to get people invest into you or into what you're doing or the idea that you're selling. You understand what I'm saying? So like I was saying, some ideas will never be heard because the people cannot speak. And there is a gap between people that know how to communicate their ideas and those that don't. And you see, the gap is that sometimes your idea can be better than the next person. But because you don't know how to present it, or because you presented it wrongly, the judges are not going to. I was listening to somebody and he said he was listening to a pitch. And the person did like 30 slides for his pitch, which is too long anyway for any pitch. They give you, a standard is 3 minutes. You should be able to talk within 3 minutes and sell whatever idea you have, in 3 minutes. And this guy, the most important thing, because it was a business he was pitching, and he said he kept on asking himself, is this business even real? Because it's just then on the 27th slide out of the 30, he now talked about how much that like 80% of their particular industry in their country, they were the ones servicing, their company was servicing. And the guy was like, this was what you should have told us, slide 1, slide 2. What are you doing? You're doing a business. What we're interested in business is how is that business going to make money, no matter how beautiful your idea is. You understand? It's how it's going to make money. So if you do not, and then what it does to you, so sometimes it discourages the person. The person leaves thinking, my idea is not good. Or they feel, I'm a bit, and it's not because your idea is not good. It's just because you don't know how to sell it. That is what people do on social media every day. That is what people, as a business person, as a speaker, as a singer, you have, because your life is going to be full, especially when you're building. By the time you become big and people know you, already you have, a reference. People can easily say, oh, I know this person. But when you're upcoming, you're going to keep having to pitch to people. And you have to learn to do it well. And I want us to look at it like, how many of us have seen a trailer of a film? So your pitch is like a trailer. The film is your project. So a trailer of a film gives you enough information to get you excited enough to leave your house, go to the theater, pay money and enter and watch, or pay on Netflix and watch it. So they make it very exciting. They catch the high points of the film. In fact, I've seen trailers that are more exciting than the films. Yeah, because they pick the very exciting parts and they just cut and join them together and begin to sell it. And people become interested in it. And it drives, traffic to that film, and they're making their money. So now I'm going to just give us a few points that I've written down here. That, like I said, put them into practice, and you will find that you're soaring and going. And like I said, I don't like holding people, but because the time is not much, I didn't do a slide. Yes. I've talked to you about always keeping time, Let me read something I found from the Harvard Business Review. They said the number one criteria for advancement and promotion for professionals is the ability to effectively communicate. That's Harvard Business Review. Now, you should be able to connect with the judges. There's something the judges are looking for. There's something the investors are looking for, because I want you to see it beyond Shift. Tomorrow you may be pitching to an investor, a donor, somebody that you want to. What are you looking for that person to do for you? You must be able to speak to that thing. You must be able to connect with them. You must be able to know, what are they looking for? They're looking for a business that will make money. They're looking for excellence. They're looking for who will do something, and we can pass this person and put them on a global stage, and they're not going to let us down. So that is why you two have to do your best. Between now and when the final competition comes, you have to do your best. If it means working every day, you work hard. Work smart and work hard in the next couple of days. Your opening is vital. The first sentence you say. And you see, of course, when you come up, you're going to greet. Don't start one long, good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, sir. My mommy, and you start doing one, whatever. Nigerians, that is part of us. All this over greeting. But we're talking business here. You understand? So your greeting should be sharp. It should be smart. And immediately you finish greeting, you tell them who you are. I'm so person. You understand? If you have not been introduced before, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what my product is, and this is what my product can do. Or my service. Now, if you're a speaker or you're a singer, you're in the service industry. This is what I can bring, this is what I'm bringing to the table. So your opening must be catchy enough, because you see, if you lose people within the first few seconds of your presentation, they're not going to follow you through. So it shouldn't be a pity party kind of thing. If I'm giving this money, that is not pitching. Pitching is all about solutions. Business is about solution. Public speaking is about solution. Music is about solution. What is your business? What is the problem that your business is going to solve? It should be seen. Whatever you do, like this, there's some people now taking this, the camera people, and putting it whether on pictures or on video. There's a value they're bringing. What are they doing? They're making us to be able to have this for life. You can have these pictures. Is that not so? Like we said, it makes it easier for the judges to look at whatever. So there's a value that they're adding. We're saving you time by you being able to record it. The judges can look at it in the comfort of their homes. They can have enough time to look at it, blah, 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 blah. If assuming a camera person is pitching, or a videographer, or cinematographer, or whatever, So like I said, know your audience. And then your opening statement it should be simple and a statement of the change that your product or service is making in the world. So you're going to be big about, don't think small. You see, entrepreneurs, you may be in Nigeria, but you can affect the world. Especially with social media. If you're singing, it's not only Nigerians that are going to be listening to your song. It's not only Nigerians. So you're going to talk about how it's going to have impact, even beyond the shores of this country, and the value that you're going to be adding. Touch on the pain points. Now, the pain points, of the consumer, the pain point is the problem. People easily are ready to buy out of something. If you're able to present to them, oh, you have a problem, and I have a solution to their problem, they're more likely to invest in you or in your business or in your idea or in you as a speaker than when you're just saying, oh, I'm just coming to do this and do that. Always look for the pain point that your business can solve. If you're doing maybe soap now, you know that there's soap all over the market. It's all over, all this liquid soap. People are doing it in swan water bottle. They're doing it in all kinds of things. So what is the difference between your own? That's the unique selling proposition. What is different about what you're selling? Even though, now see, different people can sing. Many of you can sing here. But the expression of that gift and talent in each of you is different. That is why Sinach sings in a different way. That's why Samsung and Chris Morgan, their kind of music may be a bit different. That's why someone like Nathaniel Bassey is more like a worshiper. Is that not so? And then you have the other young man. What was this young man? Huh? Frank Edwards. Yes, Abby? Some of them, you find that their music is more upbeat and more, like that. So everybody has a niche. You should be able to know in your pitch. And that is why you must know your business. These things don't just come like that. It's not just to wake up and say, I'm going to pitch. That for you to be able to present all this, you must sit with yourself and answer those questions to yourself. You must know your business enough. You must know your kind of music enough. You must know what your music is going to do to people. The blessing is going to be in the lives of people. The value is going to add in the lives of people. It is very critical. And what is somebody going through that if they use your product, they're going to have success? I think I'm running. I just need to read some of these things quickly. Cut off all the unnecessary things. I think I've said that. If you have 3 minutes, you don't have time to say. You have to say the important things. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is the value I'm adding. This is how I'm going to make money out of it. Blah, blah, blah. Short and sharp. And you come to the end of your presentation. Now, there's a very important skill that anybody that pitches should have. And that is the ability to tell stories. Storytelling is very powerful. It is very powerful. Somebody said there's a saying that facts tell, but stories sell. Do you get it? Facts, they'll just tell you this plus this, whatever. It's good you know your facts. But when you make it in form of a story, you connect with people better. People's attention is, and you see, for you to be able to tell a story within 3 minutes is also a skill you must learn and you must practice. And the story can be about you or about the product. You understand? For example, you can use an example. You want to tell a story of, I was when I got married, I'm a young woman. Maybe you're selling baby products or something. So you now talk and maybe what got you into that business is the fact that when you were going through maybe having a baby and raising your child, there was something missing. You understand? Or maybe you're a working class mother. And then maybe you have an agency for helps, people that will help children, or you have a crèche somewhere where people can take their babies. And maybe why you went into that business was because when you had your own baby, there was nowhere to take the baby, or you did not have a reliable hand and all that. So you take it as a story. This is what, and immediately mothers are going to connect with you. Many mothers are going to connect with you. Oh, when a few years ago you just start telling your story. I had this, and because of that, I realized many people that I wasn't the only person in this situation. And so I came up with an idea to solve this situation, and this and that and that. You understand? And then it could be also the story of another person that have succeeded in business in a similar way that you're going to work. And you just say, you give the facts of the person's story that would inspire people. You see, because people buy out of emotion. And justify it with logic. It's emotion, and emotions and storytelling will help you to hit the emotion buttons in people. A lot of times when people buy things, they're not buying it out of all these people that do advertisements, and that's what you as somebody that pitches does. They talk to the emotions of, you see some of all these baby products, all those Pampers, you see the happy baby. You see people that are selling, maybe somebody that is into real estate. what the person can focus on is security, because everybody wants to have a home. So you see, they're not selling houses, they're selling security. There's a particular brand, Hugo Boss, a designer brand. Hugo Boss, what they say is that we sell luxury. They sell clothes, they sell all those kind of things. But what they're selling is because luxury will appeal to the emotions of people. People want to say, when I'm wearing Hugo Boss, it's luxury. I'm in that class of people wearing this. The person that started Revlon is like a cosmetic whatever. He said he doesn't sell cosmetic or makeup, he sells hope. You understand? So that's where your stories help you now to begin to see beyond just the physical thing that you're selling on, especially those of you that are speakers. What are you bringing? Are you a transformational speaker? Are you somebody that if you're brought to an event to speak, you can take people from where they are to where they're going? You can, there's a sense of fulfillment. There's a sense of purpose. Somebody is sleeping. Please wake up. See, some of the things I'm telling you, I need 2 volunteers to just 2 people. Can you just come forward? Let me just do a quick example. 2 people. I said something about competitive advantage. And if doing some of these things that I said, and I'm telling you today, you go and do them and they become a part of you, it gives you competitive advantage. What is competitive advantage? Assuming that pulpit there is where you want to reach. That is the apex. That's where your vision, that's the height of wherever you're going. And then you, my brother, you're here. And then you're here. And then we start you on a journey, ready, on your mark, get set, and we say go. Who has competitive advantage? Why? He's closer. So the things that you know, thank you very much, you can sit down. The things that you know, you understand, the things that you know already we set you halfway to where you're going. And the things that you do, not just the things that you know. So my assignment for you is to go back and know that business. And then another thing I want to encourage you, listen to people. If you're a public speaker, listen to public speakers. I do it almost every day of my life. I listen to Les Brown. I listen to Miles Monroe. I listen to John. I'm a member of the John Maxwell Team. I listen to them. Sometimes when I'm walking around the house, I'm going with my phone and I'm listening and I'm watching them and seeing what they're doing. Why is it that Les Brown will put something and 2-point-something million people will go and watch it? And from that, people he's getting money. I was listening to him one day. He said he was invited to speak somewhere for 1 hour or 1.5 hours. He was paid $240,000. 240. People like Tony Robbins, for him to coach you for 12 hours is $1 million. 12 hours of his time. Why? Because in life, I always tell people, you get who you are, not what you want. So the person to develop, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a speaker, whether you're a singer, is to work on you because you're the product that you're selling. When you come out at first to introduce yourself, people may not know your product or service. It is you they're going to judge. Can I trust this person? How much confidence do you have? Please don't be afraid. Have confidence in what you are. When you stand up to talk before the judges, that they speak out. Sing your heart out. Forget that it's don't let yourself, because you see, the confidence is what will make people have confidence in you. The confidence in yourself. Because if you go there and and then another thing for you, those of you that are speakers especially, let me give you statistics that may startle you. When you speak, only 7% of what you say resonates with people in the terms that, really affects people. 55% of how your selling goes depends on your body language. 55% depends on your body language. And your body language is, are you smiling? Are you frowning? Are you confident? When you stand, do you exude confidence? Do you know the product? Because if you don't know the product, there's a way you will be, or if they ask you a question, it will throw you off balance. So go back home and think of the likely questions they're going to ask you and find an answer for it. Ask yourself those kind of questions. You understand? And answer it within a short time, that in a way that, you just hit the nail on the head. Then 38% of what people hear and that will make them take that decision is the tone of your voice. You understand? You know, some people talk in whispers, which is good, but not for a marketer, not for somebody pitching. You understand? Some people talk very fast. Some people talk as if they're angry. Some people talk as if because maybe they're passionate a bit. So you have to be cautious of your tone of voice, especially for those of you that are speakers. You understand? Because those are the things that they're looking at, you know. And then your ability to connect with the audience. You understand? I was talking about stories. About being confident. Yes, it's more difficult to speak. You know, if I have 1 hour to speak now, I will be more relaxed and more, you know, taking one point, tell you one story about the point, move to other. So when you have shorter time, it is more difficult. You understand? Because your proposal may be a full, maybe 5 pages proposal. So how are you going to say it in 3 minutes? So that's why you must pick the high points, the selling points of it. You understand? What people are going to buy into. And for the business people, I'm going to keep emphasizing this. It is a business. What is your marketing plan? How are you going to sell? I've worked, you know, with the film industry for a while in government, you know, in an agency that oversees the development of the film industry. And one thing I know about pitching for film projects and all that, one of the major things that determines the pitch is your marketing plan. Because the people that want to invest in that film, they're business people and they want their money back. So don't assume that maybe this one is like a grant you're being given, nobody is going to ask you to pay. But you see, if you're not able to turn that money around, you know, then you're not in a business. And that was what Pastor was saying, that you may come and speak all the grammar, but if you cannot show how that business is going to make money in very clear terms, then you've not yet started. And now that we have social media, please include the use of social media. Because if you're in business and you're not taking advantage, Cisco told us something, you know, some of their research. They said by this year, 87% of all online marketing is going to be video. And it's going to be about people. It's easier, when you write all your marketing and put it, people are not going to read it. Most of you, your generation, you don't read like that. But if you stand and you talk about that's what people do in Instagram, they're making millions. Meanwhile, some people are just wasting their time showing us what they ate in the morning, who is interested, what we ate. This is my food, this is my selfie, I'm here, I'm there. Even when you're anywhere, use it and tell a story that will promote your business. And so you must understand that you have to have a marketing plan that covers the social media, you know, and how you're going to use it to sell your brand or your product. And I think I'll be rounding up now. Own the room. When you enter, especially if you're a speaker, own the room, you're in charge. When the microphone is in your hand, you're in charge. You understand? So own the room means being confident. Now don't be overconfident that you become annoying. You know that people that are overconfident, they become, you know, people just even, you know, get what is all this one. You understand? But confidence in a right way. And then when you're closing your pitch, close it powerfully with a call for action. What do I mean by call for action? What do you want the people to do? Communication, they say, is what the listener does. What it means, what that statement or that phrase means is that no matter how you communicate, if that person doesn't buy, then that means you have failed. If you're selling a product. So your communication, to know that you've communicated effectively, will mean that people are going to start buying. People, that the judges are going to accept what you're telling them. Do you understand? Do you understand? So I want you, as in the next couple of days, you do have a few days that you can forget every other thing. No? For the next few days, dream this thing, sleep it, be passionate. There's nothing like be passionate about what you're doing. If you come and stand and you're not looking, you're just looking like you're not passionate about it, you're not even talking with passion, then the judges will begin to wonder, does this person have the passion to even drive this business? Because you're just talking like, what will be, will be. It's not what will be. You understand? Life is a fight for territory. Remember that. Every morning you wake up, like the common saying they say about the deer and the lion. Abi? Every day they wake up. The deer is to escape not being eaten by the lion. And the lion is to catch who? The deer to eat. So it's a race in life. And you have to be tenacious. You have to be persistent. And you see, even if you don't make it this time, I want to leave you with this, final words. Even if you don't make it, go back and keep doing these things. Go back and keep developing yourself. Go back and keep learning about your trade, your area, and whatever. Go back and keep improving your products. Go back and look for ways you can still start, so that by the time you come next year shift, you would have even started. You would have said, that I didn't make it, but I was able to go and start this business at a small scale. Because most times, a lot of us, when we want people to buy into what we're doing, you don't expect people to invest into you when you have not invested into yourself. It's unfair. You have no right to ask anybody to give you 1 million naira when you have not, what are the sacrifices you have made? Some of us, the phone that we're holding is bigger. With the money that we're looking for, if we sell that phone to start a business, we can go with a smaller one. And with time, we buy times 10 of that kind of phone. You understand? So there's a price. If success comes at a price. You understand? Pitching, when you want to pitch, you must learn it well. You must practice it well. Go and stand before the mirror in the next few days and speak. Look for a topic that will resonate with people, especially you that are the speakers. You have to say something that will connect with people, something that will inspire. For you, self, you're just speaking. So look for a topic that you believe that we just connect with the judges, connect with there will be other people there. So sometimes you see some of all this voice and whatever, how even the audience will be shouting, will be telling that one that they used to do and turn around. That's voice. Abi, people are looking at me as if you don't know it. Voice, You understand? You'll be seeing audience people saying, press, turn, because the person has sung so well. You understand? So you don't need anybody. Already you have people that are freely marketing for you. Because what is good, and what is not, is not. So I wish you the very best as you go forward. And remember one thing, that you're always a winner. Thank you very much.